and welcome to the Rolando Estacada channel. My name is Rolando, and as promised, this is our Atlanta, Georgia Blade Show 2023 haul. 95% of everything that you're seeing here on this table is free swag. You can kind of figure out which one's not free swag. A little bit of a hint, it's the cool stuff right in the middle there. So I want to start with this really super cool t-shirt over here, and they were just giving them away for free. Chavez Ultramar, and it has this really cool design in the front, a little bit zombie-esque, like zombie apocalypse-esque. Well, if there's a zombie apocalypse, this is the shirt I'm gonna wear. This is from Benchmade Knife Company. Yours for life, lifetime guarantee. Also says yours for life, which is kind of cool to have on there. Complimentary issues of the Blade Show. And I've always loved Blade Magazine. Floor map, and just to, I saved this just to give you an idea. I mean, just take a look at the names of people and booths that are on there. It's just massive. And here's the floor plan. So here's the main floor on this side. I mean, if you can see it, there's some really big names on there. Spyderco, they have their new products blog that they have. Also a second catalog that we ended up getting. It's just cool to read, especially when you're heading back on the plane. You're just, oh, I can't believe I missed that. Well, I'll go to their website, which is probably what their plan was. I have Bob Loveless on here with his designs. Timeless classics. At the Balisong competition, they were handing out these great Bali Comp bags. These are great. I mean, if you live in New York City, when you're on your way to the gym, you're going to the park and you want to put your stuff in there, these were great. They were just throwing them out at the Balisong competition, so it was great. And it's really good material on there, and the drawstring is really sturdy. So I'm glad that we were able to get a couple of these, because that was very cool. When I say throwing out, like, they were literally just throwing them out there. So Squid Industry keychains, and these other keychains as well. These are aluminum Balisong cutout keychains. They were wrapped in plastic. You know, I'd hate to think if people were throwing them out this way, just throwing it out, and somebody ends up getting, hit by a plastic Balisong. But it was wrapped in plastic, so it was good that it was on there, because it made it very safe. Frankenforge, it's a sticker, and you can put on Velcro. Have a knife day from E-Knives. Glad we were able to get this. I'm a big fan of Chris Reeve knives. I own a few. I actually have a few on order, and just waiting for them. But having the coaster, meeting the owners, meeting personnel, that was great to have. There's two sides to it. So, and I've always loved their saying, think twice, cut once. That's a great philosophy in life. This one, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what this is, but I'm going to take my best guess based off of what I've seen on the web. This is a belt loop for your knife sheath. So you loop this through your knife sheath, and then you attach it to your belt, so it hangs off your belt either this way or this way. Work Sharp field sharpener. That was a nice surprise to get that, because this is, so you have the strop, and you have a 400 grit and a 1000 grit sharpener. 400 grit, 1000 grit for honing, but such a cool thing to just give out. That was great customer service that they did that. This one is from Smoky Mountains Knife Works, and this was given to me complimentary when I ended up purchasing the Kershaw Lucha from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and they just threw that in there, and that was really cool of them. So that was all the free stuff. Everything I just walked everybody through, that was all free. So this is the stuff that I ended up purchasing. I am very happy with this, because the Kershaw Lucha, I actually love the Kershaw Lucha. Kershaw USA made knives. Their first Balisong, if I'm not mistaken. And look at this gorgeousness. There's this kind of guard on there. Look at the finish on that. Just a beautiful, gorgeous finish. Here's the latch. If I'm not mistaken, these are bushing bearings system that they have here, which makes it very unique. Makes it move very fast, which I really like. And as you can see here, made in the USA. I love that they're made in the USA. Totally support that. And just such good construction. No play whatsoever. And I've flipped it several times, and the construction is just really super good. And when I purchased it on the first day, I was so happy with the purchase that I ended up having to go back, and I thought I gotta get me a second one as a backup. So when I went as a backup, they had already run out. They were just flying off of the shelves apparently, so they were out of luchas. I said, "Are you nuts?" But apparently it was that popular. But I did find one vendor there, and they were selling the Kershaw Lucha Black Wash. And I thought, excuse me? They said, no, this is the Kershaw Lucha Black Wash, and it has this great finish on it. It has, I'm so tempted to call it like this kind of Dark Knight kind of Balisong. It's the same exact Kershaw Lucha, same exact design, but in this gorgeous matte black kind of acid finish on it. And when I asked, so what's the advantage of purchasing this one? And they said, well, it's cool because if you end up dropping it, which you will, because you're just starting your Balisong journey, which is true, you're going to drop it on all kinds of things, concrete, and you're going to end up dinging it. But here, I like how he phrased it, this is kind of pre-dinged. All right, I'll buy the pre-dinged. But I think that it has this magnificent, robust character to it, which is what, in my opinion, a Balisong should have. A Balisong should have a sturdiness and a robustness to it. It's not a wall hanger. It's something that you're going to end up using and you're going to end up enjoying. I'm trying to get that focus back on here, but look how amazing that is. And it's practically identical to the regular Lucha, but it's in black wash, and I just love it. Love this one. And of course, I had to have the Moonshot. The Moonshot is the newer release. I believe they just released it a year ago. The Lucha was released 3 years ago. This one was released just a few months ago, and this is the more bayonet style. And I like how it has, you see this in here, it has, when you open it, it has an hourglass kind of grip to it, which in my opinion actually makes it more comfortable, because when it swings out like this, your palm is gonna, there's this natural palm rest that goes in here, so now you more comfortably grip it. And this is a bayonet profile. Well, in the Philippines, the Batangueños, we call this bayoneta, which is like, in America it's called the drop point, but in the Filipino Balisong community we call this bayoneta. And I love this. I love that it has this bayoneta profile. And look at that hourglass shape versus the straight shape. I like both, but there's just this extra comfort of having this, because once it lands like this, it lands just ergonomically onto your palm, and I just love it. Also made in the USA, says so right there. Great construction, no play, that is lock solid, and just, I love this one. And then of course a squiddy trainer. Gotta have a squiddy trainer. You gotta have something where if you have to regress your skill sets, because you're trying something, you're trying aerials, you're trying tricks that, all right, maybe a live blade may not, you may not want to try it on a live blade because you want to keep your fingers. This is a really great option from Squid Industries, and I'm going to open it right now. Plastic, good construction. It has this counterweight on the other side so that it swings nicely. Completely blunt, no tip on it whatsoever. Just fun to play with, and it's something that when I end up having to play, or I just feel like flipping, just to get my fingers used to it. Oh, I ended up hitting the Benchmade hat there by mistake. It's just fun to have as in my opinion, a regression tool. Meaning, if I have a skill that I don't feel comfortable implementing on a live blade over here, because this is very sharp, but I kind of want to dial in the movement, this is the one to go with. And I'm going to be covering this a bit more in another video where we talk a little bit about the progression from Balisong trainers all the way to the live blade. But that is my haul, my friends, my Rolando Estacado channel supporters. Thank you so much for your support. I really hope you enjoyed this, because the experience was so positive, as I mentioned in one of my first episodes on the Blade Show. And because of this experience, the haul, all of that custom-made haul was really cool to have. And so, of course, it's going to make me want to be a returning customer to the Atlanta, Georgia Blade Show in 2024. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope to see some of you at Blade Show 2024, maybe even Blade Show West, which I think is later in October 2023. But other than that, hope you enjoyed the episode. Stick around, stay tuned. There will be more videos to come.